Day, brought home a new machine last night. Got a couple extra goodies on there. Turns out we might have been a little heavy. Machine weighs 21,000 and then had 4,000 pounds worth of attachments. Yeah. Well, 3,500 didn't care. I had to turn the trailer brakes up from 4 to 4.5. But anyway, let's get back into the meat and potatoes of this thing. We're going to go ahead and take off the FAE stump grinder off of it, and I want to mess around with the thumb a little bit, see how quick the thumb speed is. So that's what we're going to start with today. Nice how they have it set up though, so you can just turn the thumb off, so it won't do nothing. You don't have to disconnect it. Now the thumb's on. Yeah, that makes life a hell of a lot easier. And you can shut the big boy off, but then you got to come underneath the hood over here, because that's your one way for running that other head. There we go. Well, judging by the grapple open and close function being backwards, I'm going to see if the thumb open and closes backwards, and then
so we have to change those lines.
Yeah, then I'll change it on the valve body inside the machine.
Backwards.
Even my drill gun took an oil bath. Yeah. Not really much you can do about that. Honestly, not sure why those were backwards, but you never know. I believe I ran one Takeuchi excavator before, and they were that way. So I don't know if Doc goes backwards. Yep, that was a 5-minute detour. Got a little bucket on it. I think I got another thumb coming. That'll be the correct one. That's just what they had in stock. First time digging with her, and I'm digging her. So smooth controls. I'm only at half throttle. Yeah. No need to hear this thing just completely whine out. It's less than the requirements for DEF, so let's get ourselves a nice little spot right here dialed in. Now we gotta look straight into the sun. Spin around this little block. Where's this thing at? Right here. Little sucker's got some power. I forget what these things weigh. 4,000 pounds, something like that. It throws around like a carrot. Oh, there's a lizard right there. See a lizard? Oh, get away, lizard. Bailed. Well, it's a bad spot to go to, but we'll find out if that worked out in his favor. Oh. Nothing beats the smoothness of well, for one, a new machine, but look at that, my thumb goes the right way. Our angle's a little bit off. Let's go ahead and adjust on that. Thumb isn't extremely quick, but it's not slow. Yeah, only half throttle though. These new machines always got a new function, changer apparatus somewhere. They did turn up the flow on this for the high flow. No longer 22 gallons a minute. Pretty cool. We kind of like that, don't we, buddy? They're cool. Happy with where that was lining up. So, take two. Oh, a little much. You can hear the turbo going. Set it down out there like that. Really wish you could get an extra counterweight on this little girl. That would be nice, wouldn't it, come in? There we go. That looks a lot better, huh, buddy? Just need to tickle that just a little bit. Chop. Chop. There we go. Complete. Seems to have pretty good slew power. Digging that right there. Well, I'm going to take it over to the shop now that I digged around for a little bit. Pressure wash off that mess we just made. How exciting is that? First scratches on the blade, officially doing something. Back dragging. Kind of smoother. Alrighty, there she is, boys and girls. Finally, the Takeuchi 290. Man, this has been a long time coming to get this machine here. I'm going to go over a pretty good amount of the specs and everything on this machine. Certain options that I really waited for on it. And underneath the hood, Global treated us good. And they turned up a couple things. I'll get into that in a second. But why the 290? If you guys remember a couple years ago, I did a demo with the Mechalek MCR 10, which is 22,000 pounds, a little bit more horsepower than this. Alien technology. It's got an extra joint in the boom. It's pretty cool. But I said in that video I wasn't ready to purchase a Mechalek until I got to try the 290, because I've been hyping this machine up for quite a while now, and I wanted to see how this one shook out, you know, against the mix between the Mechalek and the Kubota KX080-3 that I've been running for about 5-6 years. The Kubota, there's nothing really wrong with it. It's still a pretty tight machine, awesome power, but when it comes down to availability, upgrading, and price going up so often, you know, this one showed up. This was actually on a lot in Arizona. The dealership got bought out by a different brand that didn't carry Takeuchi anymore. So Global swooped it up, and it had a couple options that I was really looking for that they typically don't have down there at Global, such as the angle blade. Really favor that. Typically they only have the fixed, which is up and down, but this one's got the side to side. Rubber tracks. We do a lot of residential work. Triple grouser's, you know, good if you're mainly on the job site, but I do a lot of tracking back and forth across blacktop and stuff. Needed to have the rubber. Rotating grapple up there. Quick coupler. Even got some stuff underneath the hood. I'll show you guys here in a second that they, you know, modified for me. It's got a 4-cylinder, I believe it's a common rail Yanmar engine. Runs smooth as a button. Kitten, I don't know. It runs smooth. One thing that I'm kind of bummed about is they don't have the option for an additional counterweight. If you're running a mulcher head on a slope, it would be nice to have a little bit more in the back, but we'll see how she behaves on the hills. The open availability-ness of just being able to work on stuff, your main hydraulic pumps, everything right there. The pilot filter, easy access. This thing is pilot controls, meaning it's hydraulic over hydraulic. There's actually hydraulic lines going up in here to little valving, so it's not electronic over hydraulic. Hydraulic over hydraulic is so smooth, and this machine makes being smooth, it's super fast. Good track power, super fast speed out there, and it's honestly is a really good digger. Show you guys the engine a little bit more. There's your common rail down there. That's pretty neat. They, got that going. This is not rated high enough horsepower to need DEF, but it's still got a DPF, diesel particulate filter. Smells good and clean-ish. I mean, it's not like you're behind a, naturally aspirated Ford diesel. Back in the day, would killed a guy if he ride a motorcycle behind one of those. It does not have an intercooler, so just straight into it. So your cooling pack is about 4.5, 5 inches maybe. Half of it engine cooling, other half hydraulic cooling. So it's got a pretty massive hydraulic cooler over there. Let's see if this one's unlocked. Nope, that one's locked, but you get to the big one. The little one right there is for your fuel cap, so you don't have to open up the whole unit. Underneath here, unreal how easy you can get to everything. Kubota's got a pretty good hatch right here, but it ends about halfway. That's, that's not that big a deal, but having this already like that is so nice. Get to everything if you got a weird line or something like that. Pretty contained for the most part, so you don't get like a slot where you can't really get your hand in to get debris in. You can't get it out if it can, fall in pine needle at a time. This thing, pretty much tight over there. Hydraulic tank, fuel tank, simple but effective. Float ball right there so you can see how much fuel you got, just in case you don't have a, auto shut off for your fuel pump. Forgot the cool part. So, obviously, machines of this size, maybe one size smaller, they have the opportunity to run mulcher heads. Now, this one from factory will run about 22 gallons a minute out there at the end of the stick. They went ahead and put a new spool valve in here. It robs a little bit extra flowage. And you get, I think, 32, 34 out there. They flow tested everything down at Global, the dealership. And they tuned the stump grinder head to this machine. So you get maximum power out there. Everything still works the way it should. They did the tuning, which typically that's what you should get done. One cool thing that Takeuchi's got going on now is they're getting it set up so if you want to add mulcher head out there on the end of it, they'll get you set up and go ahead and put a K-strain option kit. So it's got an extra bracketry designed to go up there. You see that black line? That's the K-strain right here. So compared to having to do it yourself, I mean, they come with a little bracket so they can piggyback onto that. Go down in here. See that extra bracket? It's pretty cool that Takeuchi's doing that stuff now. Go into there. I don't know if other brands are doing that. If it was me, I would be making that stuff on my own. That's just how I've always kind of done it. But it's cool that they have a factory option to slap that all together. They went ahead and turned up some of my lift capacity, so I can see what this thing can full tilt do. Quick coupler. So it's got the double pins on here. That was one of the things that was really long wait on getting that thing, and why this machine took so long to finally get. The Bateman grapple, this is actually the size too big for the machine, but for doing small stuff like I showed you here, I mean, she just volume all of it. Crawl up in the cab, show you a couple cool little options here. I mean, she starts up real quick, first gen style. Bluetooth stereo. I mean, you should have that nowadays. Same thing with the backup camera in case you're going to your trailer. Just kidding, you don't got a trailer option with this, but you could add it. Super smooth pilot controls. Left stick is your secondary. Actually, let's see here. Left stick's actually your high flow, but typically you're going to be running your thumb off your right stick. So for, conversation's sake, left stick here actually has a variable switch, so you can control how fast or slow you want to do your rotation out there. pretty sensitive, but it's nice that it's variable on this side now. Your main control over here, you guys saw me have to switch that one around. Variable. You hit that little button right there, so you crank your RPM up halfway. But if you want to talk to somebody, you don't have to wait for the auto idle. Whoop, and then you go talk to them. The other one, you got your meep. Second gear down on the trigger. Angle blade is just a momentary switch. The Kubota actually has side to side, so you can actually have a variable on it compared to just tink 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 on off. Hit your float. Gotta have a blade. I don't know. Even on the larger machines, it's super nice to have a blade. That way you got something if you're working on a slope, you can level your machine out. Track power on this thing, I'm going to say it's double what the 080 is as far as just being able to turn itself around. It seems pretty effortless. The boom, quickness wise, you can get her a little cranked. Look how fast that sucker moves. Those were a couple features right there that I wanted to see if this thing was going to behave better than the 080. Wanted something that was going to be faster, hopefully stronger, and I wanted to see how this thing compared to the Mechlek. So I've been talking to you guys for long enough, but you guys basically got the full understanding of it. I'll go into the computer here and show you a couple things. So that's not the right one. We're going to go back. Maybe it's this guy. Yeah, right there. So when you set up your parameters for your stuff right here, let's see if we can get you down in here. So you can set it so your presets on here, so you can change what your hydraulic pressure is going to be out there at the end of the stick. So your high flow stuff is going to be anything over 100%. So that would be running your mulcher head right there. And you can set it so that it'll be one-way jackhammer, which would be something you'd use for a mulcher head. So you go to your secondary function, go down here. That's still your 100%. That's, you know, not technically high flow. I have my rotation set on the 50%, and you'll see it right here, grapple, and then the preset number 3 out there for the flow. So it's at 50%, so my rotation just not complete high flow spin of death. Cool little things they have like that on, you know, modern technology. Obviously, you're gonna have to have lights, windshield wiper, your auto idle. This is kind of cool. You got option for eco mode, which when you're revved up, let's see here. It doesn't let you rev up as high as, I guess that's all it is. So, simple stuff. Got your high flow. Overall, it is an awesome digging machine right here. See how good it does with the mulcher head out there, grinder, and the grapple for feeding timber and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little brief overview of the video. Down here, if you didn't figure it out, that's your articulation out there on your stick. But anyway, we'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys think about this whole girl. Got a side light.